Might help if I turn on my mic. How are we doing tonight, guys? Hopefully everyone is doing good. Having a good holiday. Roger Star and A10 Pilot, how are we doing tonight, my dudes? How are we doing? So yeah, it looks like you copied a 31K innie, and it should. So, Roger, I'm not 100% sure. So like with I've never really kind of messed with like rotating stuff. I always kind of left it in its natural like orientation or whatever it is. So I don't know if things will automatically rotate. I know in HDMI you can have stuff rotate, but I'm not 100% sure about like over the I/O. Like if you're using the VGA I/O, I'm not 100% sure if it does that there. Arcade Action, what's up, man? How you doing? Got a 27-inch CRT in your neck. Nice, dude. What monitor did you wind up getting? Did you get like a D9200? D9200s are decent. I actually have one of those in my blast right now. Yeah, once I still have to cap mine, but it's like 80 something capacitors. I redid the neck board. I had to put new transistors and stuff in, but it's been pretty good. But I've got some geometry issues that I need to sort out. But I need to cap it, but like I don't want to do that cap yet. You can buy it from like arcade parts, but it's seriously like 80 something capacitor, so it's gonna take like hours, dude. I just don't feel like doing it yet. But eventually we'll get around to doing it. We'll get around to it. So if you manually go into the INI GUI and change the video mode, video scaler option to force scan. So yeah, you can go in and change things, but I don't know if there's a way to default it. That's what I mean. I'm not 100% sure if you can have it like default to like force scan line. Well, I mean, I think if you go into the INI like on your computer, you can force it there as like a default. Then you can toggle it. So yeah, so I'm not sure. You might want to ping like one of the more knowledgeable Mr. dudes. I kind of don't really mess with that too much as far as like rotating stuff. It kind of just works. Because I usually will just go between cabs, but I'm not 100% sure. I've only ever rotated stuff on like over the HDMI port to get it to work. So again, I don't want to give you bad info. I personally have never really messed with that outside of like flipping it on HDMI. Nice, man. Yeah, A10 D9200s are good. Keep an eye on the main thing that fails on those monitors is when you're looking at the neck board, there's transistors that control like the red, the green, and the blue. So like if you lose a color, like when I got mine, it didn't have red. So I went in and I ordered some transistors, but be careful because in addition to the main transistors, you actually have like smaller like mini transistors that go with it. Like they're like baby ones. So you might want to order some of those transistors, both the big ones and the little ones, just in case, because there was like a design flaw in the 9200 that it basically like it would like get too hot and it would like fry the transistors out. So a common thing that you see people do is replace those with new transistors. And being in a house, it's not going to be on 8 hours a day or whatever, so you should be fine. Yeah, Roger, feel free to ping me on Discord. I'm happy to help when I can get my hands on it. I'm happy to help you out with that. Maybe like Owl Anonymous or Pork Chop, if he's not super busy, he might be able to help you out. I've only ever really used like the stock like Mr. Innies, so I'm not 100% sure, but I don't want to send you in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? But hey, welcome in, guys. If you're new here, my name is Pass Blaster. This is our last stream of 2021. So. Hey, RP Greg, what's up, man? There he is, another local guy. He's one of my retro buddies. Yeah, what music is this? Castlevania 3. Yeah, this will be our final stream for 2021. We're going to be doing my next stream. We'll talk about it throughout the show, but my show's going to be changing a little bit. So we're still going to be playing arcade games, still the same room and everything like that, but I'm going to kind of cater it more towards like learning a little bit more about the games rather than just being like, hey, I want to play this game because I like it. We're gonna basically make like intros for every game that we play. So we'll probably narrow it down to like 3 or 4 games per stream. Spend about 45 minutes to an hour on each game, kind of just talk about the history of it and stuff like that. I want to kind of make it more of a not educational thing because that sounds boring, but just make it more like interesting, I guess is a better way to put it. So just kind of tailor it a little bit more towards kind of what my podcast does, where we talk a little bit about the history, just kind of fun things. stuff like that. So again, not a huge change. Hopefully you guys dig what I do. We have new scenes coming up and stuff like that. It'll be pretty cool. Dedicated stakes winner? Absolutely. There's one of the Paducah gentlemen right there. Coin-Op FL. There you go. Paducah in stream form. Absolutely. So nowhere near as involved or ADHD, I hope, as Paducah. But we'll spend 5 or 10 minutes kind of just looking at some of the stuff about the games and kind of doing that. But that'll be for the next stream. And also, guys, the next stream will be my birthday stream, believe it or not. So my birthday is January 2nd, and my next stream will be on January 3rd, which is next Monday. So in a week, the first format show, the first everything will be on my new my new layout and everything will be my birthday stream. So we'll do a fun thing. We'll have some fun and celebrate me being old as hell. That kind of junk like that. A 4-player stakes winner cab? Nice. Shock, what's going on, man? Yeah, so that is a here, I'll kind of show you the room a little bit. That is a Neo Geo Goldie, so you can kind of see it back there in the corner. So it is a like a stand-up cabinet, but it's got a 19-inch monitor. But what I like about it a lot is like the monitor is actually out a little bit forward, so it's like closer to you. So it actually kind of feels like you're playing on a like a 29-inch monitor. So it's actually really, really cool to have that. I'm not sure if I missed a follow. It sounded like I did, but if I did, thank you for following, whoever you were. Appreciate you. But yeah, the Goldie cabs are absolutely fantastic, man. They're really, really cool. I was lucky to get this one. Again, for those of you that weren't here, this one, a couple people sent it to me on Facebook. I actually got it in Alabama. It was about 2.5 hours north of me. I went over and I drove and snagged it. I had to put a little bit of work into it, but the cabinet's like a 8.5 out of 10. It's got a couple little nicks and dings, but all I really had to do was fix the motherboard. I fixed there was like a chip error that I fixed, and I put a new like CPO on it, like the cover here, because the one I had some like cigarette burns in it, and that crap kind of bothers me. So outside of that, it's been a fantastic cabinet, and I absolutely adore it. It's great to play on. It's just fantastic, man. It's a great cab. Finish the Avengers episode? Yeah. So Cold Pie, that is 100% Rob. Rob does all of the editing and magic, and honestly, man, like I told him because I honestly I don't really listen to the podcast. Like I'll listen to like a little bit of it, and I listen to like the intros and the exits just to kind of make sure everything's good. But like I never really listen to it because I don't like hearing myself talk. But I listened to the opening of that, and he did such a fantastic job with that opening. Like, he's really excited, and I'm excited too, and I know Jared is as well. We all really enjoyed these Marvel games, so we're really looking forward to to kind of getting through these games. But he's super pumped to do the Marvel game, so it's a fun thing. We're all really into it. We're gonna do as many of them as we can. We have a new episode coming out tomorrow. Well, really, it comes out Wednesday, so it'll be released tomorrow night at midnight. But you guys will have the ability to get it like pretty much Wednesday morning. The second game of the MCBU, Marvel Circuit Board Universe. And I think we've got like 7 or 8 games planned for this miniseries. So it's going to be a long miniseries of Marvel games that we talk about. So the next episode's done and recorded. We all really, really like the game. No secrets. You gotta be there to download it when it goes live. But yeah, it should be pretty cool. Room look different? No, it's not really any different. I kind of just organized stuff a little bit here. I mean, I cleaned it up. I got, again, the 3 main candies are here, and then my Donkey Kong cocktail is over in the corner right now. It's being a table. I've got my TV set up over here. We just have some visual stuff playing on. I usually have a different visual every stream. And then we got the Goldie back here, and then my Chulix over here with the Type X3 multi running on it. And you can kind of see it, but like this metal rack over here is holding a bunch of my boards and stuff like that. Just trying to keep things a little bit more organized, trying to have some controlled chaos. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with. I got a lot more room in here. I can like move around and like not be tripping over stuff and not feel like I'm dying and all that. So that's always fun. But hopefully you guys had a good holiday, whatever you celebrate. I had to do a lot of driving. We're going to go ahead and open this guy up. We're getting crazy. We're drinking some water tonight, guys. Liquid Death, if you're watching, I'd appreciate a sponsorship. But before we get into games, okay, Did I ditch the oscillating fan cam? So I didn't ditch it. I don't have it set up right now. It will be making a comeback, Cold Pie. I did, in a sense, swap it out for something right now. But it's 100% coming back. 100%. The fan cam's coming back. But what I want to do is I figured I would kind of show you some of the cool stuff we have coming up. Some of the stuff I got over the holiday break I kind of wanted to show to you guys. So check this out. So we'll go to this camera here. And we'll do this first, and then we'll kind of do some highlights of 2021, and then we'll get into some games. I don't want to bore everybody, but I figured it'd be kind of a fun thing to check out. All right, so... Oh, I hit the wrong one. Oops, this is the one I need. Hit the wrong scene. So... Oh, dang. Oh, dang, we got a sub. A10 Pilot, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the sub, my dude. I don't know why my... let me put my little... hang on a second. There we go. Sorry about that. It popped off there. But thank you very much, man. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I want to kind of show you some of the new stuff that we're going to be working on. So up first, this is something that I picked up a while ago. Can I move this over here? My sweet Kirby shirt. I picked these up a long time ago on Clove. I got 2 of them for a sweetheart of a deal. They were untested. They were absolutely filthy when I picked them up. But I picked up some SNK LS30 rotary sticks. So this one I have fully taken apart and cleaned. It's not the prettiest of sticks. You can see like some discoloration and everything, but they are clean now. So I still have one more I've got to do. I've got to go in and I've got to fix the other stick, but I've gone in and like, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but went in and I completely what up, low tier Steve? What up, dude? How you doing, my dude? But I went in and I cleaned these up. These are really cool. So these work like normal joysticks, if you're not familiar with these. So they work like up, down, left, right, you know, like all that kind of stuff. And then you also can spin the stick. So like games like Heavy Barrel or Akari Warriors, you move your character normally with your up, down, left, right, but then you can also like spin the sticks. You can like aim your guys, stuff like that. So basically, we've got a couple boards that use these. I do have a Heavy Barrel board, and I have one other board coming in that we'll get this up and running and playing. I do have to make some adapters, but this is kind of what makes it special, is this separate little connector down here. We actually have another wiring harness that comes out of this little connector here, and it goes directly onto the board. So your normal movement of up, down, left, and right is actually handled over the JAMA edge. So it handles, you know, normally over, you know, your JAMA harness or whatever it is, and then your spinning is actually handled over the connector here. So we've got two boards that I'll use. We have Heavy Barrel and one special board that's coming in. So we'll get that popping soon. DJ Psycho, what's up, my dude? We'll have all that as well. So that's one of the things we have coming up. We also, I don't have the parts here. I do have them ordered. I ordered the final pieces I need to get my spinner going. So my Taito spinner, we're going to be able to play Arkanoid. I also have a Goindal board coming in, which is, if you're not familiar with Goindal, think of Arkanoid meets like janky pinball, and that is Goindal. It's a vertical JAMA board. It's actually pretty interesting. My buddy Galaxian has one as well. I found one for like 90 bucks on eBay, so I snagged that. That's coming in. So once my parts come in, we can wire that up, and we'll get that going. With that, what I have to do is the Sega cabinets, they use what's called amp-up connectors. So the Konami cabinet and the Blast City, Astro City, those kind of things, they basically use these little plastic connectors called amp-ups. But Taito cabinets, like the Egret 2 and the Vulix, they actually use JST connectors. So what I have to do is, in order to get my spinner to work properly on the Egret, I've got to make an adapter. So I had to buy some of these JST connectors here, which luckily there's a really awesome seller on eBay if you just need one or two. This is a male connector with female pins. I'm waiting for a female connector with male pins to come in. So the Egret, again, it's not just you use two males. You have to use one female, one male. So player 1 is female with male pins. Player 2 is male with female pins. So making some adapters for that kind of stuff. Just waiting on for some parts to come in. But as soon as those come in, we'll have some spinner games. Also, we have this I picked up recently. This is a JNX Atlas. Fantastic little adapters. What these do is this allows you to plug your CPS2 kick harness into your like the board right here, so you can actually reconfigure your buttons here. So things like Neo Geo, if you have a 1 slot and you don't have button 4 wired up, this allows you to kind of plug your kick harness here and then reassign your button 4 to your normal cab without having to move wires and do all kinds of stuff. So a really convenient thing. But I didn't really get this for Neo Geo. I got this for PGM. I actually picked up a Marshall Masters cart from our buddy Mugen Katsuki. So we're going to be doing some fighting games, some really fun. I actually have I think it's Death Blade or something like, what is it called? I think it's Death Blade. And Marshall Masters. We'll do some PGM fighting games, so it'll be pretty cool. Necros, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. Okay, Arcade Actions. You played Goindal. Yeah, Goindal's pretty neat. It's an interesting little game. It's actually pretty cool. So we have that popping, and then this is a funny thing that I had to get. Necros will laugh at this. I didn't have time to install it yet, but I collect weird like ball tops, like these things here. I've got you probably can't see it, but under my television over there, you can kind of see it a little bit, like right. If I can get my finger like right here. I have like a little collection of like weird Sandwell ball tops, and I collect like the Tokyo Game Show releases. They're just weird ones. So I have like a rainbow one that was at Tokyo Game Show. I've got a cow print that was at a Tokyo Game Show, and they just released a bunch of really cool ones over time. So when I saw that Arcade Shock in California was getting one of these like super limited Sandwell ball tops, I looked at it and I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, and I had to buy one. So this is a real thing. I'm not joking around, but look at this ball top. It's like fuzzy. It's like moss. This is an actual Sandwell ball top. You can see here, it's got the thread on it and everything, and it's the normal normal size, but it's like a fuzzy, like mossy. It's really interesting. I actually think it's pretty neat. I'm probably gonna put this onto my monster stick for a little bit just to kind of play with it, but this is like legit. It feels kind of like a chia pet. It's like a mossy. It feels weird. It feels like a tennis ball kinda. Yeah. It's so cool. It's like an interesting, like weird. I don't want to get like the camera like blurry, but like it's super bizarre. The fact that this exists, and they're making a bunch of cool, weird stuff. But this was one of those things that it was just so bizarre. I had to snag one for it. It's so cool. But yeah, pretty interesting little pretty interesting little ball top. Left it outside too long, dude. It honestly feels like someone took like a regular ball top like this and put like chia seeds on it, and then like they went outside and had it kind of do that. But yeah, this is one of the cooler like weird Sandwell ball tops. I had to have it. It's so neat. But if somebody were to ever make like a Chia Pet themed stick, you'd have to use this. Like it's so freaking cool. But yeah, it's hard to explain it. It feels like kind of like a tennis ball, like a hard tennis ball. It's super weird. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Hey, Akos, what's up, man? Yeah, it's like a Chia Pet. Pretty weird. Owl, what's up, my dude? How you doing, man? But yeah, pretty cool. So that's kind of some of the stuff we have coming up. So we have some spinner games coming. We have Goindal and Arkanoid stuff coming up. We have our rotary sticks stuff coming up. I got to finish rebuilding those, get those harnesses done, and then basically we will have some new kind of stuff coming out. So pretty cool stuff coming out. Oh, DJ Psycho redeeming his 50,000 points. You got it, buddy. I will give you a shout out on an upcoming episode of Paducah, my dude. Absolutely. Hey, Easy Shadow, thank you very much for that host. Owl, how we doing, man? Owl, I saw your watch you got, and I'm jealous. I showed it to Christy, and she's like, "That's cool, but why does it say discount auto parts on it?" Super cool. Yeah. Necros gave me the heads up. So if you guys want one of these weird fuzzy balls from Arcade Shock, they are still in stock. But very weird thing that for sure will sell out, and you know, just super weird. Oh, your dad's 20-year watch? Cool. It's neat, man. It's a cool watch. I actually thought it was really nice. I thought it was something that you just like bought somewhere and like found like randomly, because it is a really nice. It's a Seiko, I believe. It's a really nice watch. I did order a. We're not going to tell Christy, she doesn't watch the show anyway, but I did order a Carbon Core G-Shock for myself for my birthday. So that'll be here in a couple days. Nice little birthday present. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and load this next thing up. I figured what we would do is while we're waiting, I'd go ahead and load up some of the stuff that I worked on last year. Just kind of look at some junk we worked on, right? Why not? Projects. We did a lot of stuff in 2021. It was a lot of fun. Free Play Florida came back, but I figured what we would do is kind of just take a quick look at everything here. Let's go. I think it was on. Yeah. We're going to be playing Turf Masters first, by the way. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and turn on Chrome. Turn off the data path for now. Let's take a look at this here. We're going to go ahead and blow this up a little bit. And I'll do my best to stay up with chat. Figure what we'll do is kind of take a look at some of the junk we did in 2021. This is my Instagram. We're just going to go through and we'll talk about some highlights. Oops. I don't want to sign in. I don't want to sign in. All right. So yeah, it was a wacky year. We'll talk about the tool bench, guys. I'm in love with it, dude. It's like one of my favorite things ever. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and move this down, and we'll scroll through things as we go. But 2021 was cool. We cracked 1,000 followers here on Twitch, which is awesome. Thank you guys very, very much for that. I appreciate you guys hanging out every week, coming to see some of the dumb crap I'm working on. But yeah, we're just going to go through here so you can kind of see my setup has changed. That was my Christmas stream with the old Yule log pop in there. But let's just focus on some of the arcade stuff. So yes, I did get a new toolbox there. Absolutely adore it. It's amazing. It's like a dream toolbox for me. So I got rid of all my crappy little ones. I know, I'm not going to log in because I don't have my password saved on this computer, but we're just going to tough it out. Let's focus on some of the arcade stuff. So here is, you see all my my advent calendar stuff that I never finished, but here is where we got our Tiger Shark, Twin Tiger Shark PCB. So I was lucky enough to get on the Kickstarter for the Twin Tiger Shark board. It's fantastic. The creator is awesome. He'll talk to you back and forth on Kickstarter or Twitter. He actually watched my VOD and kind of took notes and saw some things that he can fix. So the cool thing is when you buy that board, it's got little sub-ROMs on it, and he'll be mailing us a version 2 of that in the future once all the bugs are fixed with more levels and more features and things like that. So super pumped about that. Just some other crap that we bought, but we got our monkey ball panel up and running. So we built our completely redid our monkey ball setup. We have an Alberto panel with a 3D printed banana running on a Gundam stick, but it works perfect. It's fantastic. Once everything was dialed in, we had one person making the panels, we had one person making the harnesses that you need, we had one person making the op amps, and kind of everybody came together and told, gave a part list of what you need to do. Here's how you build it. And we're at a point now where multiple people now are able to play this game that for a while was damn near impossible to play at home. So we were able to get these really obscure arcade things into people's houses, which is awesome. It's a cool feeling to be able to sit down and fully play, Naomi Sega Monkey Ball. Really, really cool. Yeah, so it uses a Gundam Sega joystick. It mounts right up to these panels that Alberto makes. Another Dragon Minded uses, I think it's Dragon Minded. I think that's her name. She builds the op amp, and then I think it's Mirko, or I think it's Mirko. He makes the harnesses, and it's just awesome that everyone's able to kind of work together to get it running. Another good year for Paducah. We're getting really good downloads now on every single episode. So again, a new episode of that is coming out Wednesday morning or tomorrow night late. Our second episode of the Marvel Circuit Board universe, so the MCBU, we're calling it. First episode of that was on Captain America and the Avengers. Second episode is on, you have to listen. Here's some pictures from Free Play Florida. Owl Anonymous is here. I'm not sure if Cavis is in here, but got to hang out with those dudes in person after a long, long time. Just some kind of screenshots or pictures I took of my buddy Evan's Canary. Absolutely gorgeous cabinet. You can kind of see it. Here's the little candy row we had. It was great seeing everybody. We had in the candy row we had a Canary, we had an Aero City, we had 2 Astros. We had my little Dino King. We had a SC-19 Neo Geo and a Mini Cute, Capcom Mini Cute. Really, really fun to have candies making appearances. There wasn't too many 90s games there, so it was cool that we were able to kind of bring some candies to have that show up. But you can see here's us kind of loading everything up. I also brought my Donkey Kong cocktail. Went to Rockville. That was cool. Got to see Guar and Mudvayne. And my awesome Sega Bass fishing shirt that should not have been at the Rock Festival, but it was. Pretty cool. Got to see Spirit Box, which is one of my favorite new bands out and about right now. Went to the ocean. Smelled like Poseidon's butthole because it's disgusting and gross. I got my Megan Thee Stallion Hottie sauce, which is delicious. There's a little picture of the Dino King with the new control panel on it. Pretty fun. There's my wife and I at Halloween. Oh, you dick. Don't do this. Is it going to make me hate Instagram so much? Don't do it. Scroll back down. All right, there's my wife and I at Halloween. I was Scarlet Witch. My wife was Vision. Pretty cool. Yeah, you can see here throughout the year. So here's my wife's. This is around Halloween. We went to a horror movie convention, so we could get Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger, to sign her translite for her Freddy Krueger pinball machine. So she has the Nightmare on Elm Street pinball, where we go in the on the back of it, we pull that part out and actually brought it there for him to sign. So that was really cool. Really neat of him to do that. The convention was run like crap, and we wound up. I'm not joking around. Over 3 days, we spent 15 hours in one line to get an autograph. It was absolutely ridiculous. But whatever, it's done. We've moved on. But here is a picture of me holding an actual alligator with like little Loki horns on. So it was alligator Loki. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool that they did that. And those guys were there. That's like a super endangered, like, I think it was a Chinese alligator or something like that. But they brought them there to like raise awareness and stuff. So it was cool. So if you donated like $10, you could hold it and take pictures with it. And it was really relaxed, man. It like just kind of hung out there. Didn't really freak out or anything. So it was kind of neat to hold an actual alligator. There's my spine. I'm in physical therapy because my spine sucks. Your spine is actually supposed to bend backwards slightly, and mine's straight up. So that's fun. Dealing with that. Oh, you dick, Instagram. If this does it one more time, we're going to stop doing this and just play some games. Oh, Instagram, you're such a butthole. Let's get back to where we were before we get in. Oh, my God. Anyways, guys, I don't think it's going to work. She has the same issue? Yeah, I hear you, man. It sucks. So what we'll do is we'll come back to this later. Maybe I'll log in and kind of play around with it. But 2021 was an interesting year, to say the least. It was pretty fun. A lot of cool stuff. The world is starting to open up a little bit, but Omicron is rearing its ugly butthole face, so I'm hoping that that doesn't go crazy like the rest of the world did. But we can be hopeful. Hopefully everything works out. But yeah. So again, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Again, my goal for this year was to hit 1,000, and we did it. We did it a couple weeks ago. So thank you guys very much for that. Glad you guys are able to hang out once a week and check out some goofy stuff here on the world's okayest arcade channel. I do appreciate that, guys. So yeah, what we're gonna do tonight is kind of just do some Neo Geo stuff on the Mr. Cade. Again, next week is my birthday stream. It's 2022. The show's gonna be changing slightly. We're gonna narrow down the games we play. We're probably gonna play 3 or 4 games per show, and we're gonna do more like educational stuff on the actual games itself. So I'm not gonna kill you guys with slides or anything like that, but probably just talk about the game real quick, when it was released, the developers, designers, that kind of stuff. Just to kind of talk about, like, basic little things like that to make it a little more interesting, make it a little more knowledgeable, kind of geared again towards more of a Hadouken themed show. So hopefully you guys are into that. But for now, what we're going to do is play some games. Special Cases, what's going on, my dude? How you doing? I don't think I have any of that stuff set up. But you're more than welcome to. I got to set all that uptime stuff for you. But all right, what do you guys say? We play some Nia Turf Masters.
Nazca.
That dude straight up shanked it hard into the sand. Is that a sign of what's coming? Maybe. Which con is that, EC Shadow? I mean, like, here's the thing, man. Like, just be safe, you know. Cities are shutting down and stuff, man, so you've got to, you know, you have to do what's best for you. You know, luckily I was able to get my booster and do all that junk. But you got to do what's best for you, man. Wear a mask, get your booster, stay away from people. Take care of yourself, man. No one else will do it.
Hole number 1, 454 yards, R4.
Oh, we're definitely going to bend some clubs cold. Don't you worry about that. We'll be bending some clubs real soon.
Good shot.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you, Special Cases. Flying, I would be careful about. But, I mean, if you're going to go to, like, a local show, like, we went to Free Play, and I wore a mask for the most part. And I felt okay. I felt fine, you know. But granted, I got vaccinated and had the boosters and all that stuff. So just do what's best for you, man. Flying is a different story. I'd be a little more leery about that. Arcade Fever, what up? Yeah, we're playing on the Windy today. Oh, no, I hit it too far. Playing on the old Konami Windy today. Iocon? Gotcha. I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, all that fun stuff. You know, owning an arcade, it's... I feel all of it, man. Oh, we tinking on hole 1. Yeah, it's rough, but we had a pretty good show. Free Play was fun, man. It was smaller than normal, but I mean, it's whatever. It was fun. Yeah, we got the Windy right in the middle now. We got the egret on the left. You can kind of see it here in the bottom corner. The Windy, and then my blast is over here to the right.
Hole number 2, 419 yards.
Right on the bat wing. 270?
Good shot.
279. Boys got some muscle on them today. All right, let's see. We got 142. When you wear a mask like your birch is still going? Well, exactly, Spec. I mean, it's one of those things where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I mean, ultimately, I don't really care what people think. Like, I'm at a point. Oh my God, I hit it too soft. I think about the uphill. You know, I don't. If people don't want to wear masks, that's their own prerogative. It's fine. I mean, to me, it's easier just to wear it, and then, you know, if somebody else doesn't get sick because you're wearing a mask, then awesome. As long as you've done your part and you know, try to be mindful of other people. You know, I still wear my mask when I go to like a public place. If I go to like Target or like Publix or grocery store, stuff like that, I wear it because it's easy. Just throw it on, and be done with it. All right, we got the flat back. No wind. All right, we got a shot here, boys. 130. We got a shot here. 137. We gotta hit this hard though. Get in. Oh, I thought it was gonna bounce in. Damn it, damn it. Oh no, I hear you, Special. We never. I live in Florida, which is the damn wild, wild west. You know, like I know people that never wore a mask and aren't vaccinated. They're insane as far as I'm concerned. But I got you, man. I got you. Publix is a Florida thing. I don't know if it's. It might. Is it? I don't know if it's in other states or not. Publix is just like a grocery store chain. Yeah, I like wearing masks, dude. You don't gotta like worry about. The only thing that sucks about wearing a mask Like, two things that sucks for me is glasses, they fog up. So I had to get a mask that has like a piece of metal in the nose so I can like bend it under my glasses so it goes out the side when I breathe. And also I have a beard, which sucks. That junk is not fun when you have to wear a mask. And like, don't get me wrong, like I don't think it's fun to wear a mask. I just don't hate it. It's just whatever. I've kind of just gotten like used to it, you know. Oh no, we got a good bounce. Oh, you have him in Alabama. Luke's got it. You look like a professional Street Fighter player when you wear a mask. I'm on board with that. How you doing, Luke? Good to see you, dude. Oh, we're on the beach. Dude, we were buried in that sand. Holy crap. Oh, that's smart, Cold Pie. If it's like cold, 100% I'd wear a mask. Probably does keep your face warm, doesn't it? Tank, we're gonna tank. I knew we were gonna tank. God dang it. If I get an eagle, I'm gonna try to get an eagle. How you doing, Borderline? I'm gonna try to get some holes and oneses, twos. Yeah, but hopefully everybody had a good holiday. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you guys celebrate. Hopefully it was good. Mine was pretty good. Got some cool stuff. Gave some cool stuff. Kept it simple. Kept it safe. Playing 716. Nice, man. Yeah, Neo Turf Masters is always just fun, man. Like, I do get angry at it, but it's more of a me being bad at it kind of a thing. But it's still fun. Oh, dang, Aquas, thanks for the host, my dude. Thank you, man. Alright, we got two. Oh, we're going to be short. Nothing I can do here. This is kind of where I wish I had the muscle dude. I think he's a Brazilian guy. He can crush the ball. Ooh, don't go in the sand, you dick. Oh, we're fine, dude. We're fine. 3070 Ti. Good lord. 16. Are you putting that in the... you're not putting the 3070 in the Type X3, I hope, are you? If so, that's monstrous, dude. Like, that thing's going to fly. I've been speaking to Lemony. He's gonna send me the update BIOS for my X3, and I'm gonna put probably like a 1050 or something in my X3. 1050s you can get for pretty cheap. They're low voltage. You don't need a lot of beef. Oh, frig. Got a bogey. Yeah, it's funny. I upgraded my processor on my X3, and the video card started to go out. Like, it's randomly like getting like red crap on the screen. So I gotta get a new video card. But I was gonna be doing that anyways. 3070's beefy, dude. Oh yeah, the music is one of the best parts of this game. Borderline, 100%. Got your own Christmas present, Atari 5200. Okay. 17. Dang, dude. Matt Stalker, good seeing you, man. That sounds like a gnarly score. Oh, dude, the X2 is fantastic. I love my X2. X2 is probably my favorite, like, modern board. It's amazing. But with the X3, I wanted to do stuff like Street Fighter 5, and, you know, it's just more games, man. And I got my X3 for like $75, like a long time ago on eBay. Like, no one bid on it, so I got lucky with it. So, but yeah, if I can throw $100 at it and get it good, I'm okay with that. We gotta push to the right. That's not good. This is a tough putt right here. We got the grain and the hill. Ooh. We're gonna take a shot at this. I moved pretty far to the left. Probably gonna miss it still. Get in! Woo-hoo-hoo!
I did it.
Prize for birdie.
Killing it.
Player 1 starts to strike back. This is Nancy's report.
This is Nelsie's report. Golf claps, you got it.
Hole number 7, 565 yards, par 5.
The longest drive contest. Good luck. Player 1.
All right.
shot.
Longest drive, we're not gonna break the longest drive today, but we're gonna crush it.
Good shot.
Yeah, I'm excited to get my new boards in, man. I'm excited to get
Player 1. Second shot.
my rotary junk popping. Pumped. We're gonna try to spin this a little bit. This might be bad. I started keeping like a notebook. That was okay.
Fairway.
Takes up to 5,200. There's like mods you can do to like put. I think you put like aluminum foil or like spacers. One of my local buddies modified his sticks and they felt great. He might have made a YouTube video about it. I can't remember. No, don't roll down the freaking hill.
On the green. Player 1. Birdie.
I know green, but we're uphill, so we gotta hit it a little hard. It might be short still. Nah, we got it. We got it.
Birdie. Bingo.
Prize for
Trying to get your wife into stream and got her a mic arm. Nice.
Player
Dude, do it, man.
stands third.
What's a good night to do mouth trash? So Matt's gonna be here tomorrow through Friday. So we could maybe do Thursday,
Hole number
like after work if you want, Steve. Like after work my time.
par 3.
Either that or Wednesday if we're not leaguing.
Player 1. Tee shot.
Matt'll probably want to sit in on mouth trash. Victory Road. I don't have Victory Road. Right now, I'm only after Akari Warriors 1. That's like my main want. That's like the most wanted game for me right now is that. This might be bad. And by might be oh dang it, we didn't hit it hard enough.
Player 1. Birdie try.
Matt Tucker, I have a full set of NES minus Stadium Events. It's the only game I don't have. I'm not going to pay the money for one of those, so I'm calling it done for me. So yeah, it's complete minus one game. But every other licensed game. Now I did collect variants as well, so I have both Indiana Jones, like the Ubisoft and the Taito version.
This is
Um,
Nancy's report.
I've got a bunch of stuff, but I don't have like 5-screw jaws, 5-screw punch out. There's a few expensive ones I don't have, but I have all of the games minus Stadium Events.
Player 1. Tee shot.
What was the second to last game? No, I don't have Nintendo So Nintendo World Championships does not count towards a full set because it's not a retail game. So I have a reproduction of it. I would love to have a real one, but they don't count towards the full set. So a full set would be like retail stuff. Don't hit a tree. Roll. Nice, we got through. Thursday's bad. Okay, we can try to do Wednesday. That's fine.
Second shot.
Yeah, I've got the reproduction of the World Championship card, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's fun to play. I really enjoy it. I think it's good. Full set of ROMs. Oh, we're swimming.
Bounce. One stroke.
I thought we hit it harder than that, boys.
Once more. Player 1. Fourth shot.
So what was the last game that I got? So my buddy, he might still be in here. He goes by RP Greg on Twitch. He had been, when I got down to needing about 5 games, I kind of honestly lost my passion to finish the set because what happens is, you know, you're a game collector, Matt Stalker, so you know the feeling. You get down to needing 4 or 5 games, and they were all just so expensive, and you'd never see them in person. So like, what I liked personally to do was go to a store and find a game and get it. You know, I could have gone on eBay and bought them, but like that's not fun to me. Get in. So the last game I got, the last game that I got to complete my set, minus stadium events, was the Flintstones Surprise at Dinosaur Peak, which was like a Blockbuster exclusive game. So it's very pricey, unfortunately, very hard to find. But it's a late life NES Taito game. So before that was Power Blade 2, also Bonk's Adventure. I think Panic Restaurant was one of the last or so.
This is Nancy's report.
So, you know how it is, man. Those games are pricey. But yeah, if I ever stupidly come across a stadium events, I would absolutely pick it up. But they're going for like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. No, it's just not worth it to me, man. It's a want for sure, but never anything like that. Gamer Jam, pixels are tiny dots too. If one goes out in your TV, whole picture's ruined. I gotcha. Welcome in here, man. Welcome in. Nice, man. Yeah, I've got a few Famicom games. Like I've got like Holy Diver. I've got Crisis Force. There was a few Famicom like exclusive games that I wanted to own actual carts. I got like Splatterhouse. There's a couple really good ones that I picked up. Ooh, dang. 304. Let's go. Get the muscles popping.
Prize for this contest. Player 1, second shot.
I think we gotta hit like what, 150 here? I think it was like 150. I think that wind's gonna push us though. That's like 160. Complete in box? Nah, man. I am not a I'm not a box collector. So I have a few games complete in box, but my whole thing when I was collecting NES, it was never a goal to get boxes. I don't really care about that. I think they're cool, you know, getting like the manual and the box and all that. It's awesome, but it was never my priority just because it was so expensive, man. It just wasn't for me. I have a buddy that collects stuff complete in box, and it's awesome to see all that stuff, but I don't have the money for, ooh, we were close. I mean, even like cheap games are super expensive complete in box. It's just not worth it, man.
Birdie try.
Last 14 games are full PC Engine. Nice, dude. I used to have a couple TurboGrafx games, but I wound up giving them to buddies once the Mister came out. I had like Splatterhouse, and the only one I want to get Toilet Kids complete in box or cart or whatever it was. Yeah, and the boxes are huge too. Yeah, so my NES set takes up like my whole bedroom wall. It's like huge. It's like 700 and something games. And if you want to go crazy about NES, there's unlicensed stuff. There's 74 unlicensed games, and I need like 20 of them. I've got like 55 or whatever.
200, 2 yards.
Yeah. Hue card. That's the thing. I want to get that one. That game's fun. It's ridiculous. That's why I want it. All right, 193, no wind. We're just gonna go straight at it. Oh, that tree screwed us. I should have clubbed up. That's my fault. Commodore 64. I never had a Commodore, man. I always wanted one, but I just never had one. This might be bad. Ugh. Get in. Get in. Absolutely. Go for it, Matt Stalker. It should work. If not, a mod can go ahead and allow it. That's fine. If you guys are posting links to each other, that's totally fine with me. I don't care. As long as it's not to like murder or a butthole, go for it.
Player 1 keeps a higher rank.
The bussy's above me, dude. He's killing me.
This is Nancy's report.
Yeah, I'm the same way, A10. I didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up. I had a Sega Genesis, so I didn't have a Super Nintendo until like the 64 was already out. So I feel you on that, man. So I missed a lot of stuff. Why was that so short? I thought that the line was 180 yards.
Once more.
Is that right? Did I frig that up? I hit a 6 iron, right? Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe I frigged up and didn't hit it hard enough.
Fairway. Player 1 for chop.
The bussy's killing me, Luke. I can't help it. 170. Way to stick it.
On green. Player 1 for bogey.
Bogey.
We'll take a bogey because we hit it wrong.
Oh no!
Penalty for overpower.
Yeah, I got the 8-Bit Christmas 2021 cartridge. Really happy about that.
Holds back a lower rank. This is
I think I
Nancy's
have 2014 through current, so I think I'm missing 2.
Hole number.
I gotta go back and get those first 2.
177 yards. Par 4.
Player 1 tee shot.
Oh, I don't have any PC Engine stuff. I would happily pass it along to you if I did, but I don't have any of that stuff anymore, man. I sold my, I used to have the Terra Onion thing, but I sold that to a buddy. Ooh, we're in the heavy rough.
Player 1 second shot.
So unfortunately, I can't help you out there, man. I got nothing for you, doggy. We're going swimming, aren't we? Damn it. Should have moved it to the right. We're in the heavy, heavy rough.
Penalty. Once more. Player 1 for chop.
Yeah, let's move it. I tried to bend it around this tree. Okay, or just go straight into the tree. That's fine too.
Fairway. Player 1 fifth shot.
9 wind is ridiculous. We're gonna hit this 100. We're gonna hit it over 100, and we're gonna hit it. Nice. That wind though might. Yep. That wind just straight up Hakeem Olajuwon us like. Or sorry, Dikembe Mutombo.
Double bogey.
No, no, no. Little over. Come on, get in. Get there. We got close.
Player 1 for triple bogey.
We're going for the trapple bogey.
Triple bogey.
We're gonna bend the club? Yeah, there you go. There's some big clubs for you. It's a game that costs around $4 grand. Yeesh!
Okay.
No, thank you.
Player 1 holds back a lower rank. This is Nancy's report.
All right, we are on the flat
126 yards.
126. This was my very first hole in one. Was this hole? I've only ever gotten one, and it was on this bad boy. And it happened during a tournament too. How rad is that? That tree though. Ugh. I don't know if I can get over that. I might be able to. We'll see if we can get over it. 121. We hit the friggin' tree.
Birdie try.
So it's right at us. We're gonna hit it 1 over. There we go.
Birdie.
Yeah, when I got my hole in one, I think the pin was further to the right, so I was able to get right next to that tree. This game is kind of crazy in that the ball doesn't lift fast at all. Like in real golf, if you're hitting a pitching wedge, that ball's gonna chop straight up. Like with that tree being like 50 yards in front of you, like the ball's gonna be way over it.
Hole number.
It's one weird thing about this game. One of a few.
Par 4.
I have no idea why it's expensive. I'm assuming because it was like a kid's thing and people didn't want to buy it? Or it's like a pack-in for a company or something? Be my guess. That's my guess. Get up. Are you shitting me? Does that not go 180? Am I wrong on that? I hit it 100%. It should have gone 180. I don't think we can clear this, boys. I think we're going to hit the... this might go crazy. Hold on your butts. Yup. We Tony Hawked it. That sucks. We're going to have to give up on this hole. I swear to God I hit it 180. Why did it not go that far? Alright, so 140. Let's get crazy here. We're going to hit a 1-iron. We're going to try to muscle this. Nope. Okay, I moved this up at least. So we got 106. So 130. It's not going to go that far. Oh my God, that went nowhere. Oh yeah, there's usually some reason with that kind of stuff. Good God, that ball went nowhere. I hit that for 150 and it went 90. We got a lot of rust to shake off before the tournament, that's for sure. Normally we shoot like 10 under. I'm 6 over. Alright, 270. No wind. That's nice. We did have a bad day, but it's fine. We should be able to bend it a little bit. We got 200. Should be pretty spot on, huh? Alright, we got a little bit of green push. Little green push. There we go. Killed it.
Player 1 stays lower rank. This is Nancy's report.
I don't see Debussy. Did he drop down? He must have.
Hole number 17, 629 yards, par 5.
Par 5. This hole sucks butts because of these little hills. If you're tough enough, you can crank it past this hill. Rudolph, secret recipe. What's up, my dude? How you doing, man? Mad Soccer, I'm not sure if you're on Clove. Somebody was selling one on Clove not that long ago. I didn't know you were looking for one. I think they wanted like $100 for it. It was a loose cartridge. But you might want to check there. And also, if you're on the, I don't know if you are a Facebook person or not, but there's a really good Facebook group like Neo MVS Collectors or something like that. They sell them quite a bit too. That guy Mike Ortiz is awesome. He's out of Mexico. 87 yards. Yeah, check. You're gonna want to check those groups. That's the best shot at a deal. It was an English cartridge. Check Claw Mad Stalker. I'm pretty sure it was Claw. I saw it. This was probably like Christmas Eve. I had seen it, so I don't know if it had sold yet or not, but there was definitely one listed. Pretty sure it was there.
Hole number 18, 359 yards.
Yeah, this cartridge goes for like 100 to 125 loose. More if you have like a nice label, like super nice label, or you know, any of that fanciness. Let's see if we can muscle it. Go get. Nice, nice. Went on Arcade Otaku. Nice. Well, there you go, man. Snatch it up.
Player 1, second shot.
Yeah, they pop up a lot, man. Like, there's a bunch of them out there. It's just a game that, like, in my opinion, everybody should have this if you have a Neo Geo. It's just the best damn game. It's so fun. Didn't hit it hard enough. I was trying to roll it up there.
Player 1, ready try.
Little bit of green.
Birdie. I did it.
Clove, K-L-O-V. It's a killer list of video games.
Final round.
If you use Clove, there's like a forum and there's like a buy, sell, trade
This is Nancy's
post on there. K-L-O-V. Yeah, I have a Robo Army. Mr. Do I don't have. That's a pricey cartridge, or I think it is.
Try
Yeah,
next play.
Neo Mr. Do is expensive. I think, I don't know. I'm terrible. We got to try next play. We got 26th place, guys. It's not great. What a terrible day for your boy. Yeah. If you haven't created a Clove account yet, I think you have to be approved for it. But give it a shot. All right. So we're gonna load our next game. Let's get a stretch. I had to go to physical therapy today for my shoulder, and it's not feeling good right now. The ladies jacked me up, man. Bending my arm, all crazy. Robo Army for 180? Yeah, I got mine for like forever ago for like $50, I think. I think I have Robo Army. I moved all my crap. Yeah, I've got Robo Army. You'll just name drop us? Good luck with that. My name's not gonna get you far, but good luck, dude. Absolutely go for it. Alright, let's load our second game. Caps, what's up, my dude? What is up, my dude? Did you ever have any luck getting your cap off of your LS30? I don't know if you ever got your cap off. I was talking to Cap, the LS30s, these the SNK rotary sticks. Still stuck? I'm trying to think what you could do to get it off, man. Yeah, there's really not a way. I'm trying to think if there's a way you could like squeeze underneath it, but did the 3D print tool like break on you, or it just didn't work? I'm trying to understand how it's like stuck on there. Yeah, because mine, I was able to just put like a paper clip and then like a hook and like a little like pick, and it just popped right off. I was able to get in there and get it off on there, so I don't know. This is the one I cleaned up. I still gotta sand this plate a little bit, but the other one is kind of rough. Works great in the second one, not the first one. It had to have been like Loctited or glued or it's just held on there with like nuclear boogers, dude. Any of the three are possible. I mean, you know how these things are. Like, you can see like the discoloration on mine. Like, this is the color it's supposed to be, and then just from people's gross hands touching it. He's got gross, man. No, you can't blowtorch it because it's plastic. It'll just melt into goo. Expensive goo. You don't want that on there. You don't want any of that on there at all. No heat, no cold, none of that. My wife got me this shirt for Christmas, and it's amazing. Little Kirby Warp Star shirt. Pretty pumped about it. All right, on to our next game. Got to show Sikio some love. Striker is 1945 plus. Soak it? I don't know, man. If you're gonna soak it, you'd have to like keep the PCB out of it. But I mean, if you make like a jig or something, and like put it upside down, so it could like hang in there, just like the ball, like the spinner part. No, well, I don't think it would melt it. Like, if you were to soak it in something like simple green, or something along those lines, maybe. But I don't know if that would get in there and like loosen it up. I'm trying to think if you could like, kind of like what Mad Stalker was saying, if you could take like a thick, like solid core wire and make like a tool that would fit in there a little bit better than the 3D print one. I just don't know. I don't know why it would be so stuck. It's got to be like glued or something, or someone did try to torch it and melted it or something. Because it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that gnarly, man. At least I don't think it should be. I usually go Flying Pancake. We can go the Fawk Wolf. We talked about this a little bit on Hadouken. We'll go with the Fawk Wolf. Fuck yeah! This is a very, very pretty game. And I think the Neo Geo does a fantastic job with it. It's not my favorite. I mean, vertical shooter is probably my favorite on the Neo. I think my favorite shooter overall would probably be Blazing Star. But vertical shooter, this is probably my favorite. I think it's pretty solid. There's a big old honkin' chonkin' missile. Sonic Wings is good. Pulsar is R-Type. It's Neo Geo R-Type. Which isn't a bad thing. It's tough. I played it the other day and got my butthole stomped. Ah, we got greedy right there. Ghost Pilot's good. Ghost Pilot was one of the very first, my very first Neo Geo. My Neo Geo path is weird. My first big red was a 6-slot. Believe it or not, my very first Neo Geo arcade was a full-on honkin' chonkin' 6-slot that I got locally on Craigslist for $200, maybe $250, and it came with 4 games. No, it came with 5 games. It came with. The cabinet was super rough, but like the monitor was nice on it, and it fully worked. You know, the 6 slots are plagued with board issues and all that junk, but it came with Ghost Pilots, Metal Slug 2, Windjammers. I can't remember what else. I know those are the 3 that it came with for sure. So like just in games, I was already ahead, and I wound up selling it because it was so massive. It was just such a big thing. And it used the 25-inch monitor, so the same monitor as a 4-slot. It was just a big honking boy. And I wanted a 4-slot, so I've got a 4-slot big red in my arcade right now. Give him the old chungus, what the kids say. Yeah, it was a super gnarly score. Hey, EC Shadow. Appreciate you, buddy. I'll see you next week on the birthday stream, my dude. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, the 6 slot's a big boy borderline. It's massive, man. It's not any heavier than the 4 slot. It's just like slightly wider. It's a big boy. But I sold that to a local guy. I think he like fully restored it too. He really wanted it. It's a really cool cab, but like, it's too big. Yeah, the 6 slot boards are finicky, and mine, the one I had was 100%. So I was like, well, I guess I should probably like get rid of it. I did like the battery mod and all, and Unibios and all that stuff to it. So it was solid. I wanted the 4 slot, and then the Goldie I lucked into that thing. So I'm done with Neos. I got the Goldie. That was the one I wanted. The Goldie's kind of like the pug of the Neo Geos, where it's like, it's kind of ugly, but like it's cute. Ah, shit, I shot that too early. Like, French Bulldogs are ugly, but they're adorable, if that makes sense. Like, on paper, they should be gross, because they're little mush-faced monster dogs, but they're freaking adorable, and I love them. So, like, that's kind of what the Goldie is. It's a French Bulldog of Neo Geo. Yeah, the 4 slot's perfect for the arcade. I really just love the Goldie, man. It's such a solid little beefy bulldog cab. It's great, man. I'm really lucky to have one. Ah, I ran out of bombs. Yeah, this game I think you can still get for like 150 bucks. This game, if you're a Neo Geo collector, and I think it's worth that. This is a cartridge that I own. Yeah, from what I get, the monitors are kind of unique on the Goldies. They're like a weird model of K7000. So when that goes, eventually I'll put like a normal K7000 in it. But the boards are just normal 2 slots. 166 in 1 cards. Oh yeah, the multi-cards play this a little weird. They play some of the games really weird, but like, they're not terrible. Oh, we missed at the very end. We were doing pretty good there. Oh, they would freeze? I've never seen it freeze 8-10. I believe you though. Like, I've had like fighting games like randomly like keep sprites on the screen. It's super weird. They do act funny. They like get like tilted or whatever. Like the carts get like corrupted because they get like connection tilts or whatever it's called. But yeah, like weird stuff definitely can happen on them. 100%. Yeah, yeah. I've never seen this game do, but I remember I think I was playing like Mutation Nation or something, and it was just like full on like wonky. Ooh. I'm trying, boys. I've never really had like an issue with like a cartridge, like a cart not liking a slot. Like I've had issues with like dirty slots before, and sometimes like the graphic chips get like, you know, battery acid and damage and shit on them, but I've never had that exact issue. Some boards are definitely finicky or picky though. Like especially if you're getting like low voltage on like the 5-volt line, I could absolutely see it acting weird. This music's killing it. Oh no. It hid the little bullet and the big bullet. That should be illegal. It's illegal. It's doing it again. It's illegal. It's illegal. Oh, it baited me into getting that bomb. You butthole game. That's my fault. I got greedy trying to grab that bomb. Ooh, this game got tough. Oh, I bombed, but I did it like a frame too late, I feel. Oh, I didn't back up fast enough is what it is. I see. You gotta wait for the bomb. There you go. You gotta like ride inside of it. Gotcha. Yeah, that I don't know, Borderline. I've never had that issue. I believe you. My boards have never done that to me. Couldn't get over. frick. Dang it. Oh, I hesitated there. I should have kicked right faster. Dang it, dang it. Oh my god, so fast. I'm out of bombs, damn it. What a fun game, man. Look at that, like, 3D-esque, like, model. Oh my god, we got lasered right in the face. Big old honking chonking face laser. Woo! We are dying, boys. We are getting shredded. It says I don't give a shit about your bomb. Really gotta truck it on here, man. So pretty. Especially for Neo Geo, like that 3D or 2.5D looks fantastic. Good God, I can't even dodge one row of them. Yeah, there we go, there he is. Oh, we out of bombs, boys. Hey, Fury Force, what's up, my dude? Welcome in, how we doing? Killed the brain. Getting stomped. Now, to be fair, I hit B. Sorry, Tetris, great. It's gonna tell me how bad you did. It's a really fun game, though. Yeah, if you guys have a Neo, I suggest trying to find one of these. Totally worth picking up. It's a fun-ass game. And that's where it loops. Top Gun? I don't know about that. But alright. So is there any Neo Geo games that you guys want to see? I do want to get one round of Xeno Crisis in for sure. But anything that you guys are interested in seeing? Now's the time. Right? Coin Up, yeah, they look so good. They look absolutely fantastic. It's like pre-rendered like 2.5D, whatever it is. They look awesome. Top Player Skull? I mean, we can do it if you want. I've got no problem playing that game. It's not like great, but I don't hate it. Pretty fun golf game. Gain Ryu. We can do that. All right. Let's get my stretches in. They jacked my shoulder up good today, man. They like pulled my right arm like out of joint for a little bit. Oh, I felt so good, but now it hurts. Oh, it's like killing me today. But all right, enough complaining. Check out some Gan Ryu. So a 3-button game, no D button. Neo SD. Yeah, we're playing on the Mister right now. The Mister Fapuga. $1,400 for this game? Good lord. Oh, Coin Up, you got one of these, buddy? Coin Up is he's one of the members of Paduk, and he's got a pretty beefy MVS collection. I don't know if he's got this one. So, jump attack. Sound effects are awesome. Sees like your grapple, okay. You got a complete kit. Nice, buddy. Oh, is this the one that you said like you got like they were clearancing them and you got them before they went crazy? Yeah, that's right. What's a full kit worth? Borderline. Or is that what you're saying? The full kit's $1,400. Give me a little like meat on a stick thing or a dumpling, whatever it was. Oh, frick! Wait, you can wall jump? The music like ties in. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if I've ever played this one. Wait a minute. Do you not get on the left one? Weird. Wait, what? I swiped at him. Oh, I got a different weapon. Oh, I got like kunais now. Oh my god, I don't like these weapons, dude. The sword's better. Can you like change? I just gotta like waste them, I guess. I don't like these weapons. There we go. No, I don't want those. Come on, really? You can't make the jump? This is stupid. You can't short hop. Alright. That's a cool mechanic, and by cool I mean stupid. The eagles are trying to murder me. Okay. Oh, converts. I gotta. You said to walk over it? Yeah, but I wanted to jump. Mao, what up, my dude? How you doing, buddy? Sure, man. Oh, dang. Look at this. Look at death smiles at me. Oh, shit. Okay, so you can't get hit on the head. Oof. We did not do well. I don't know if there's continues or not. You guys heard at the beginning? If so, we're gonna... I gotta say, like... I'll play it again. But it doesn't feel great. It definitely doesn't feel $1,400 good. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we know what's going on here. Oh, really? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Jump. You gotta die, buddy. Wait, I wasn't on the... Alright, I wasn't on the floor. Maybe I want the kunais. Do I want the kunais here, maybe? Can I farm those? Is that a thing? Is it? No, I guess they don't drop. Come on, really? How long is that active? Why does the wrong button, dude? The recovery on the sea is so bad. Holy frick. And my takoyakis. Alright. So that, you just get hit there. What was that? Why? Why is that active so long? Am I taking crazy pills? This game, I'm gonna say it. There's a reason this game didn't sell well, and it's because it sucks. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Not a fan at all. Sorry, Borderline, I'm not a fan of that game. It feels clunky as shit when you're trying to fight that boss, because you can't, like, jump forward attack. It's just not for me. For your Arrow City coming, should you get a step-down transformer, you think? You might want to ping Cavis. He's got an Arrow City. So, I don't own one of those. I've never owned an Arrow. I think he was running a step-down on his. But check with him. Cavis, play that game and tell me it doesn't suck. That game, like... I'm not a fan of it, dude. I am not a fan of it at all. Like, the instant spawning of the enemies and, like, the angle, the jump attack. That game ain't for me. It ain't for me, son. Like, some games when you play them, like, they're hard, but you're like, oh, okay, I can see, like, where it's gonna go. But, that ain't for me, doggy. Let's do some... Oh, you want to see Top Golf, right? Why not? Let's do some golf. Oh, player golf. I haven't played this in a while. We gotta remember the controls. Are we gonna go with Jack Stadel? David Masashi Hubert. The Souls games aren't for me either. Those games don't suck. I just don't find them fun.
Left side of fairway is
Those games are definitely like
right, but try to keep
gorgeous
ball on
games.
left side of fairway.
They're just not fun to
Use
me.
your second shot to green.
They look awesome. Like Jack? Okay. So let's figure this out. I haven't played this one in a bit. Oh, and the driver. Oh, that's right. I remember. This is like an old like DOS kind of game. That's right. So you gotta aim, right? How do you do this? Go to course to aim better? Yeah, I don't.
Out of bounds.
After, if you've ever played Turf Masters, you're like, yeah, I'm good. This is kind of trash. Let's see. Let's hit like a 4-iron. So we need. Okay, we hit a little long. Ganryu's not for me, dude. I would I would not spend more than like $30 on that game. We got 141. So it says like 7-iron, right? Hopefully we're aimed right. Damn, we can't stick a fairway to save our life. Go up a club and rough? Okay, so we're at 100 yards. 39 yards. So this should be... probably too far, right? Yeah, okay. I hit a little too far. We're in the beach. Street Fighter the movie is fun. That game is garbage, but it's fun garbage. You guys just don't know. All right, 22 yards. Okay, so the greens are actually kind of slippery in this. Okay. Now let's see how ridiculous putting is. So it's got left to right, it looks like. So we need to move left.
Green slopes to the right.
Slopes to the right, so we need to move to the left. I don't know how putting works. Okay. I gotcha, I gotcha. $500 on the multi. There you go. Backspin, okay. Yeah, this will be like a...
There are bunkers on both sides of fairway, so careful tee shot is needed on this hole.
Appreciate ya. So now that we have a better idea, let's see if we can't figure this out. So we want to go to course. Flat. Okay, so we want to aim like... about there. See if we can keep it straight. Are we in the fairway? Okay, cool. Alright, so now we need to go to course. So still move it a little left. Look at this, dude. Come on. Oh no, kick to the far left. No. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Alright, so we got 39 yards. So this is for 100. So we'll go right into the shot. So we need to do like... okay, still a little hard. Wow, really? Okay. Alright, so we need 14 yards now. How do you do backspin? I held down.
Nice one.
Do-do-boop-a-doo-bow. It's not your fault. This is actually, it's fun. All right, so we got So we need to go left a little bit. Like that.
Green slopes uphill to the right.
Oh, to the right. So I don't know how, like... It's hard because, like, it doesn't give you, like, a putting meter.
Too bad.
Borderline, have a good night, my dude. So now it's down to the left. Yeah, it doesn't give you, like, a good putting, like, chart. Does it? Golfing Greats is fun, dude. If you can get it for cheap. It takes a while to get used to it, but it's pretty fun. I don't see like a... Oh my god! We did the loops. We did the loops. It did 2 full circles, man. We got the roller coaster popping here, dude. I don't know, like... I gotta figure out, like, your putting distance, like power. 7 over. We're killing it, guys.
Green is surrounded by bunkers on this hole. An accurate shot is required.
Par 3, we're gonna ace this bad boy. All right, so we got a front to back shot. So we got 184. Can I go back? So this goes 180. Okay. We're just gonna go right at it. Wait, what the F? Alright. I don't see why. Is there like bad wind? Maybe I wasn't paying attention to the wind. Alright, so we gotta go 37 yards. We're in the rough. Oh, it's too far. Yeah, learning like the power meters on this is kind of wonky. Not gonna lie to you. Kind of. How do you do backspin? Because down's not doing it. So we've got front to back, so it's gonna go fast.
Green slopes straight uphill.
Uphill? Is that right? The loops, what the hell is going on? Quit being Sonic the Hedgehog and go in. Good lord. Exactly, I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune spinners here, boys. What the fuck is going on in this game? What do you do on that? I don't know what I did wrong there, dude. Like, why did it do that? I didn't hit it that hard. It like, excite biked the hole. I don't know what it was doing, dude. Oh, silly.
On this hole, fairway is in the middle of a pond. Watch out also for bunker left of the green.
Yeah, the power seems to be like the only thing that's weird. Everything else seems like it makes sense. So we've got... Where does it show you the wind? So we want to go like out here. Right? Did I aim it right? Yeah. Oh my god, it is so hard to like... If there was no Neoturt, dude, I mean... luckily that's something we'll never have to learn the answer to. That little bloop sounds like a Capcom noise. I don't know if I can get around this tree. What club am I hitting? An 8-iron? Nah, mate. We're gonna hit a 5. Oh, I'm okay with that. Alright, we got 18 yards. I want to see the green. So it's right to left. Okay. So 18 yards. We have a chance for a par, boys.
Green slopes uphill to the left.
Putt for par.
We got a par, boys.
Nice par.
Thank you, game. I appreciate you. We're learning, boys. we're learning what a non-Neo Turf Masters golf world would be like.
Hit fade to right side of fairway. Then it's easier to aim for green on the second shot.
Okay, so we need to go to course. Green is right to left. I want to kind of go. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna try to go through these trees. Two wind. Let's see if we can muscle through those trees. Oh, we did. Why did it not go to the right at all? I'm trying to like this game. I'm trying to like it. We're right in the donut, dude. Oh, I need to play safe and go out here. All right, this is a par 5 though, so maybe we can still stick the green here. Of course. All right, we're still right to left. I don't know if we can make that. What club do we have? An 8-iron? So it says it's 133. Is it though? I'm calling shenanigans. Why did I hit it straight and there's no wind? What the F? Is there wind that I just didn't see him? I could be dumb. The wind is strong? Why did I not see it? I mean, I see the clouds strucken. Oh, 2. Well, it says 2. Is 2 strong? Really? So we got to go 42 yards. We're in the rough. This goes 100. So we want to go like... I don't know, man. Alright, we're learning how to chip, I think. Yeah, 2's not strong. I didn't think it would move it that much.
Green slopes to the left.
To the left. Oh, you butthole game, dude. This putting sucks. This putting is trash. I think I can't hit it softer. It's so fast. Oh my god. It's just unnecessary. Dude, A10, I play golf too. It doesn't happen like that, dude. It just doesn't happen. Alright, we'll do one more hole.
This is short hole with C on right side, and you must carry over the out of bounds.
Ooh, interesting. Let's see. So, 192. Of course, we got wind right to left, it looks like. Where does it show me the wind? Two wind. What am I doing wrong? This makes no sense. I don't understand, dude. It doesn't make sense. I think that hit the tree.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that hit the tree and shot to the left. We're just gonna try to muscle it through this tree. Well, it's not even like the number. Like, it just doesn't make sense. That's a bummer.
Green slopes downhill to the left.
Down to the left. All right, let's do one more, because that doesn't make sense. No problem, 810. That's the thing, is like I like trying to figure games out, but like I don't know, man. The power just seems to kind of be like a D20 that you just like let your friend roll.
Carry over second pond to reach green.
Okay, there's 2 water. All right, so we got wind left to right. It looks like, right? So we need to go this way. 3 wind. It's going to carry. So I want to go a little short, and hopefully it'll carry properly, and we stick the fairway. That's my hope. Okay. Okay. That made sense. So now we've got 128, but again, we have wind. So we're going to go this way. And the wind is going to push it. So we can go full shot. And this should carry us to the green. Might go long. Okay, okay. We have a birdie putt, guys.
Nice one.
Green slopes straight downhill.
Putt for birdie.
Okay. So it looks like it's the arrow. Okay, I think I got it now.
Putt for par.
Oh my fucking god, I don't have it at all. Why? It's dead straight. This is so stupid. I thought I had it. This game is infuriating. What a dick. What a dick game. We're 17 over going into 7, boys.
This is a straight long hole.
All right, this is a par 5. This will be the last hole. We got to par it or hopefully birdie it. It's dead straight. It's dead straight. We can do this. All right, we got wind, though. All right, let's try to get a birdie here. Where's my 3 wind? Okay. How did it kick that far with the wind? Like the wind, whatever. I'm not gonna question it. We're in the fairway. All right, so we still need to move about there. Now, why did you kick to the right? That just get on the fairway. Okay. What the F, dude? It's like a chipmunk is like in the AI of this game. All right, we got. So we got 90 yards. This goes 100. Okay. What the fuck? 16 yards. In what world?
Nice one.
All right, 30 yards is max putt.
Green slopes. Downhill to the right.
Okay, so it's dead at this. It is dead at this.
Putt for par.
Oh
Too
my
bad.
god. What a... This game sucks. This game is just not great. I'm going to throw... All right, we're done. We're done with this game. What is happening? This is trash, dude. I'll say it again. 2 trash games in a trash row. I appreciate you nominating the game, but good lord, dude. Yikes. That's all I got for you boys is yikes. That was a lot of fun, man. Thank you very much for nominating that. That actually was fun. The game's not terrible. It's honestly, it plays like old NES golf. But like the power meters, it doesn't give you like a clear explanation of like how to backspin or how much like a putting meter or anything like that. It doesn't really it doesn't explain it to you. Like, and maybe it does, and I just don't know what I'm looking at. It just doesn't seem to like explain. Like, I don't know. Turf Masters is just so much more. Excuse me, like in your face. Like, all right, you have this much, this wind. Here's how you aim. Yeah, like it just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't feel as like as straightforward as it should be. I guess is fair to say, right? All right, you guys sit tight. Let me go grab a drink real quick. I will be right back. Enjoy some tunes. If you guys have something else you want me to play, that's good. That's good. Please let me know. We'll bring it up in a second. We'll be right back. I'm going to grab a drink. BRB. Alright, we back. We back, baby. Let's figure out what we want to play next. Got about an hour. I'm taking my dang wallet. My butt hurts. Ugh. Alright. Let's see. What can we do? Coin up. You got anything you want to see? I'm not sure if you're still here or not. What game do you want to see? Being the resident Neo Geo Pro, what do you want to see? There's so many games on the Neo Geo. What can we play? Might have popped out. We were talking about Robo Army before. Let's play Robo Army. Play some Robo Army. 8-man? We played 8-man last week. Going up. Played through 8-man. But yeah, you can cut out. We're gonna. I loaded up Robo Army. Ryobi Army, like the power tools. No, I'm just messing with you, man. This game is absolutely fantastic. I'm just messing with you, dude. Human brains to clone ourselves. Meow. You should coin op. It's a travesty that you haven't. TJ Kitsune, what's up, my dude? How you doing? Oops. The jump kick's not as good as like a Capcom game, huh? I haven't played this game in a while. The jump is so funny. He like jumps like he's gonna like cannonball into a swimming pool. Cannonball! Robo Puppy? Robo Puppy. Are those kitties? Other doggies. I'm gonna kill you with a dog femur. Oh, dang. That's absolutely. A robo femur. That's kind of cool. Like the thing like disappears if you take too long. This music's hot, James, for sure. There we go. At the old Blaster Master. Ugh. Hit him with the old roller skate, son. Every guy waving at me like, hey. Uh-oh. Robo Ape. That's actually a really cool sprite. Oh, he punched me in the butt. Oh, I knocked his block off. Oh, he punched me right in the soul. Ooh. How do you get out of that? Okay, you can like jump away. Oh my god. Oh, that's gross. That's super gross. Like melted into the ground. The Wrath of Jeed. Look at that cool like sprite in the back. I love how much Neo Geo and like SNK celebrated themselves. It's so cool. Like, I think that's really neat. Like Nintendo does it a lot now. Like in Smash Brothers, you can be like Rob and like Nintendo like levels and stuff. But like, I love like seeing that in arcade games. It's just neat to me. You see it a lot in like SNK, Neo Geo, like Jalico stuff. Jalico a lot. Ooh, the chop. We gave him the chop. Oof. Ooh. That fire has a quick startup. Holy frick. Those look like Tanzakus a little bit when they jump out of there. Kavis with the robot heads. So one of my boards should be here tomorrow, Kavis, but I gotta wait for the dang connector to show up so I can wire up my rotary. Maybe you know this. Do you have to have, in order for the rotate to work, do you have to have the stick already plugged into the JAMA harness to have the ground? Because like when I just wanted to test my stick, I plugged in heavy barrel, and I just plugged the stick in just with the rotary harness, and it didn't do anything. It didn't like rotate. So I don't know if my board's jacked up or if my stick's wonky. I cleaned the thing out, so it shouldn't be making good contact. Did you ever eat your friend? What does that mean? Eat my friend. Oh, when I went down? Yeah. He didn't have any stuff for sale. What are you talking about? Yeah. He didn't have anything. I didn't even get anything. I was bummed. I wanted to go to the arcade when I was down there, but no, he didn't have anything. I wanted to go to the arcade, but no one wanted to go with me, and I felt weird going by myself. It's an impressive looking super. rotary worked. Okay, so I'll just play with my harness again then. Cause I cleaned the whole thing and like it just wouldn't spin, but my board could be jacked up. But maybe I gotta like adjust the pins or something on it. It just like didn't spin properly, so. Son of a bitch. And as far as you know, the Data East and the SNK harnesses like are identical, right? Like they have the same number of pins, but heavy barrel being Data East. I'm using the LS30s. Should be the same though, I think. Pick up a Camaro, second gen Camaro. Pick up a Talot lag. Oh, that's an enemy. Oh, frick. I thought that was a car I could pick up. Look at this guy. Ooh. He shot a crankshaft at me. All worked. Okay. It could be my stick's wonky then. I'll play around with it. I'm waiting for that damn connector to come in. I gotta make adapters. Your persistence is in vain. I will send you to hell! Exclamation point. Oh. Fighting robot chickens. Oh, you bottle. Get out of here! Yeah, robot Vegas. That sucks. Okay, jump. Okay, I gotcha. You do dive kicks. They got big boosh. Akari, yeah, I don't. That's the only one I'm after is the first Akari Warriors, and like I missed a couple of cheap ones on Cloth. But 2 and 3, I don't really have like an affection for. I just want the first one, but even those are like going for pretty high dollars now. I'm excited that you got Gondomania, dude. That's cool. I'm jealous. Let me know how you like that one. Gondomania was one I was looking at, but I couldn't find one for what I wanted to pay, so I just didn't get it. There was a couple on eBay, but it was cool picking up a cheap going doll today. That's awesome, dude. I'm excited for your panel. Are you going to throw it on the Arrow or on the Versus? I'm assuming your Arrow, unless you have like an Astro or something. There's something like Arrows just look cool with like rotary stick. They look better than like Astros. Something about like the older cabs playing those games. It's just, I don't know, it looks cooler to me. Oh my freaking god, get out of my blind spot, guy. Hi, I'd like to hit you, please. Alright. One for each. Gotcha. Yeah, my Time Soldiers is on its way. I'm excited to get that. These look like Mega Man 2 enemies. Tiger Ball! Looks like a big, like, sardine can in the back. Tiger Ball! I think my Time Soldiers is due Wednesday. I think. So when that comes in, I'll be able to test my rotary like spinner part before I take the whole thing apart again. Because my heavy barrel, I bought a RoboCop board, and the heavy barrel, I just had the game board. I didn't have the base board, so I just plugged it in. So it could even be a problem with my heavy barrel board. I just don't know. These all kind of look like RoboCop Gremlin enemies. It's awesome. Wah, wah. Bit me. Why can't I not hit him? Ooh, tongue me in the butt. Wow! How did he sound like Waluigi? I do kind of like how the legs keep moving. It's interesting. Power item. Come on now. The hitboxes are like weird. They're like, you gotta be like exactly in line to hit them. But I feel it also works to your advantage too, where like they've gotta be on the same line as you. It's just kind of like a weird thing to get used to. And I don't think those legs, I don't think the legs like do damage to you if you miss them. Maybe they do. Ouch. Tiger ball. Oh, that's cool looking. Power item. Oh, we gotta kill Spider-Man. Oh, it's coming. More? Oh, bigger guys. Okay. That's the mamas. Mamas? That, like, because you're like a robot, like your gravity, it's like so heavy. It actually is kind of cool. Oh, my guy's going back into the ground. Yo. Robot puppies. Power item. These guys are hard to hit, dude. You can only hit them like when they jump. So many Ford Tempos in the background. Ouch! What a dumb way to die. These motorcycles are annoying to hit. It's like Griffio, what up, my dude? Oh yeah. How you doing, buddy? Oh, little bats. Little rat bats. How do you hit them? You like jump kick? Oh, you can punch them in the butt when they're low. I gotcha. Getting old. Arms are falling asleep. -6. Ugh. I'm not sure where you live in the country, but man, like I couldn't deal with that, dude. Yeah, man, it's going well, hanging in there. Just got back from holiday travel yesterday. We got back just in time to watch the football game last night, so I'm a little tired, but I'll be caught up tonight. It's no biggie. I got a buddy coming up for my birthday and New Year's. He's coming up tomorrow, and he'll be here through the weekend. But yeah, next stream is my birthday stream. My birthday's actually Sunday, but we're going to celebrate it on stream Monday. These dogs are so hard to kill. Alright, we got a power item. RoboCop. Your move, creep. Oh, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff. Probably do some giveaways and just have fun. Doing anything? Like, not streaming, you mean? I don't know, probably not. Probably just hanging out at the house. My wife's gonna make me she always bakes me a really fancy cake, which is nice, but nah, man, I'm not. Just chilling out, relaxing. As I've gotten older, my favorite thing to do is just chill out. Relax, watch movies, play video games. My goal in 2022 is to get more stuff done, but do less stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I've got such a backlog of just crap I need to fix. So I'm not planning on buying any cabinets, not buying any more project boards, getting rid of a bunch of crap, just focusing on getting some of this crap done. Dude, you're not wrong, TJ. Like, that's the thing, man. Like, as I've gotten older, I just want to, like, not have stuff to do. Just want to chill out and just enjoy my crap that I have and play games. And I like streaming a lot. It's fun. Just doing more of that, you know? More of that. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm going to try to do 2 days a week next year. That's one of the other things I want to do. I want to have, like, my Monday night show will just kind of be, like, more of the... I talked about it a little bit earlier. I'm not sure if you were here, but it's going to be... We're gonna slim it down to, like, 3 or 4 games max per Monday night, and we're going to just kind of spend more time, like, learning about the history of the game. Just talk a little bit more about its development and crap before we get into it, and, you know, if I can find flyers. Just kind of do a little more, like, history stuff on it. Make it more, like, tied into, like, how we do Hadouken and stuff. Rather than just credit feeding a game, we'll try to learn about it and just, you know, spend 5 or 10 minutes kind of just learning. And then get the fuck out of here, ghost boobies. You're killing me. Your hitbox. There you go. And then maybe like a Saturday or Sunday morning stream, especially after football season, just for like random, just having fun. I've got so many like project boards and stuff that I want to play, and Last year we got so many things running. I got Gradius 4 running. I got the Naomi stuff popping with Virtual Golf and Monkey Ball, and there's just a lot of cool stuff we can play. So I just want to spend more time just actually playing the crap that I got running rather than focusing on getting a bunch of new stuff. But of course we're gonna get new stuff. We got rotary stuff coming, spinner stuff coming. So I've been focusing less on getting like pricey boards and more on just getting like interesting controlled games and stuff like that. That's what's fun to me. Like you can still get like rotary boards for like $100. I got a spinner game today for $90, like JAMA board. So like that kind of stuff is fun, and it's not breaking the bank, and it's fun. You play with spinners and stuff like that. That's my focus. Hello, esteemed streamer. Detail specs of my controller? I don't know what you mean, my dude. You want to know what I'm playing on? I'm not sure if you're a bot or not, but I am playing on an arcade cabinet. If you're a human, I'm playing on an arcade cabinet called a Konami Windy. If you're a bot, I don't know what to tell you. Tiger Ball. All bats gotta die. They're hard to kill. Old Spooky Schmaggis. That's a funny name if you are real. That Master Chief? That dude's like getting ready to square up. Look at him. It's like a really satisfying, like, metal clanging sound. Yeah, it was on Nick Arcade. I remember that a lot. So on this joystick, basically what you're doing is these are they're micro switch buttons, but they're not like mechanical. So there's springs in them. I'm not sure if you've ever played on like an arcade, like Japanese arcade stuff, but the joystick is 4 micro switches, but it's on like a standard like PCB, and then the buttons, there's springs in them, and then each button has its own internal micro switch. Kind of like a computer, but not as like clacky. What you're hearing, if you hear it, is you're not actually hearing the switch hit. You're hearing the button bottom out. So like if you're soft on the buttons like this, they don't really make much noise, if any noise. Yeah, so there is springs in them. Well, not really. I guess I shouldn't say there's springs. The buttons have like the switch itself has like springy, pushes it up. Yeah. So So these buttons here, this cabinet is running Sandwell JLF sticks, and the buttons are Saimitsu Keikus on the top, and then the clear KN14s, I think. So all Saimitsu buttons. I think everything in here is running Keiku buttons. I just love them. They're limited edition Saimitsu buttons. I had to pick up, because I'm a nerd, I had to pick up one of every color. So I got the pink ones on this and the egret. I got the yellow ones on my Capcom panel, and I got the green ones on the Blast panel right now. They're just great. They like glow in the dark, or not glow in the dark, but they like glow in like the blue light and stuff. They're cool. No problem, old Spooky. Happy to help you. But yeah, if you're interested, you can check out. But there's a bunch of websites that sell them. They're kind of like a squishier mechanical keyboard, if that helps you. I know not everybody's played on Japanese parts, but that's kind of what they feel like. Yeah, TJ, Arcade Shock has them in stock. But yeah, they have matching ball tops that go with them as well. So they're just like a really bright, contrasted color. Yeah, Focus Attack and Arcade Shock are where I got the Keikus, but I think Paradise Arcade also had them. But they're kind of sold out in certain spots. Like some of the colors are sold out. Like the pink ones are hard to find, and I think the yellow ones were hard to find for a while. The oranges, I found a full set finally. I think I had to get my oranges on eBay, or the orange ball top I had to get on eBay. Yeah, they don't make, right? I don't think they make, I think it's all 30 millimeter. I don't think they make any 24 millimeter KQ stuff right now. I wish they did too. I'd love to pick up some like pink ones. Like matching ones would be cool. PS2. Yeah, these are like darker. Here, I can kind of show you this. They're like darker pink, if that makes sense. It's like a more vibrant pink than the Sandwell stuff is like a lighter pink. So this is more like vivid and like glowy than the Sandwell ones. The Sandwell ones are like almost like light pink. Yeah, they're kind of neon. They're more like, there's just like less white in it, I would say. It's more of like a vivid pink color, and like it's more like reactive to like blue light, like LEDs. Whereas the pink Sandwell, I don't think I have any in here to show you. The pink Sandwells are more like a lighter, yeah, like bubblegum pink is a good way to describe it. These ones are a lot more like vivid. GP2X fully mechanical. Nice. Yeah, mechanical stuff feels better for sure. Like I've got a nice mechanical keyboard and the light pink Sandwells, yeah. With the boss rush. Ooh. Clobber stomped me. Are they hard to find right now or something? Griffon? E-SWAT? Kinda. Yeah, he does kind of look like E-SWAT boss. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, like I've got him. I've got them on like some of my panels. I collect like the Sega kind of panels, so like I've got like Astro panels and Blast stuff, and like my two-player ones I always run green and pink, so they're all Sandwell. But yeah, I just like the Keiku. I'll show you the other ones here in a second if you want to see them. They just look so good. You know, normally I'm a Sandwell guy. Like I rarely ever use Saimitsu stuff. Not that it was bad. I've always liked Sandwell stuff. I used to run like Dark High on everything, like the black surround with like the dark gray middles. And then I for my monster stick, I bought a set of the clear buttons. I'll never buy those again, the Sandwell ones. They're too brittle. Like if you put them in a panel, if you pull them out once, you're gonna crack like all of them. Like they're great buttons, but I'll never buy them again. They're just way too brittle. Like maybe if they make them in like screw-in, maybe. But the snap-in clear Sandwell buttons, dude, they're not for me. But yeah, Sandwell buttons feel great. Everything in here was Sandwell for a while, but then I put Saimitsu LS56s on the right now the Blast and the Egret have LS56. Right now I'm playing on JLF sticks. I just like the button color, so I went with the Keikus. They sound a little different than Sandwells, but they feel pretty much. They're maybe a little stiffer than OSBNs, but or OSBFs, but they're good. They're really good sticks. They're really good buttons. I'm happy with them, and they just look great. Half light. Yeah. I always like swapping them out. I really should have put, you know, looking at this, I should have put the clear ones on top and the pink ones on the bottom, but I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks. Yeah, they're not really loud. I get, the only time you really hear buttons is like if you're playing like fighting games with people, you're gonna hear the buttons slam, just because like, you know, people are mashing and doing stuff, you know. Dog's teleporting, dude. Yeah, my buddy has those like silent Sandwell buttons, dude. I hate those things. It feels like you're tapping Tupperware. It's like the worst thing. I didn't think I'd hate them as much as I did, because like they feel fine. It's an audible like brain thing. I hated them. I'm like, am I hitting these buttons? Like, what is going on? Something wrong with your buttons? Get those like quiet Sandwells with like the felt spacer things. I'm like, nah, this sucks. Guy's like off the screen. There you go. Tons of parts in that panel. I got a lot of panels, but that's like I'd collect them. But I got a lot of junky panels, like rust ones and all kinds of weird ones. I have 2 panels coming in the mail to me right now from Japan. Beat 'em ups, yeah. Beat 'em ups you match quite a bit too, though. But usually, like fighting games, you're like slamming stuff, and at least I am. Oh, he grabbed me. Squeezed my soul. It's an interesting looking, like, he's got a face in a jar. It's an interesting looking villain. Ooh. Ooh, nice. What'd you get, Griffio? Anything fun? Yeah, I've got 2 panels coming in. I've got a an Arrow City panel that I picked up for like $12. It's a little rough, but I plan on completely stripping it and powder coating it and stuff. And then I've got a Sega Lindbergh panel that I've been after for a while coming in, so pretty pumped about that. Oh yeah, those buttons, like the track and field buttons, those are like much different kinds of buttons than these. Those are like squishier leaf spring buttons. So those are like, rather than having like a micro switch in them, they've got like leaf springs, so they're a lot like squishier. And those things, like, they need a lot more travel to be activated. Like these things, you barely touch them and they activate, whereas like a track and field button is like super squishy. You gotta like really push them down. That's why people would use like pencils and stuff. Ooh. Punch me right in the butt. Sounds good, old Spooky. I'm here every Monday night, man. Feel free to swing by whenever you'd like. Appreciate you hanging out, dude. Kamen Rider, nice, dude. There's a bunch of cool Kamen Rider PCBs, believe it or not. Like, pretty interesting stuff. They've got like a racing, I think there's like a racing one. There's like a fighting one. There's a couple of cool ones. I was bummed. I was bidding on a Godzilla fighting game, and it was at like $150, and I'm like, I'm in. And then like I went to sleep because it was gonna end in like 10 hours, and I woke up and it was like $400. Like, oh damn, I don't want it that bad. No, thank you. Yeah, there's a few Kamen Rider games. There's a couple Ultraman games too. Oh, that's cool. Kind of looks like a Gurren Lagann head, doesn't it? Or like a Gurren Lagann like chest. Ooh. Yeah, the Godzilla game, it's in Maine. I played it before. I wanted the board, but that's just so much money. Like, the game's not that great. It's fun, but not that fun. Meats, what's up, dude? Last stream of the year, man. My next stream is going to be January 3rd, and it's my birthday stream. My birthday is January 2nd. This thing needs to die, dude. Oh no. His little head's gonna get away. Thank you. I'm gonna crank the tunes. Oh, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, a bar is an expensive game, man. It's not my cup of tea, but it's a tough game, and it's very, very expensive. That sucks. You won't budge, man. Maybe you got something you can trade him or something. That's what I always would try to do. When sellers didn't want to sell stuff, I would always try to like offer something as trade or something like that, you know. See if you can't get them to budge. All right. Yeah. So if you're interested in the Keiku stuff, I can kind of show you these. So here is like the buttons and ball tops. You can see they're kind of like closer to the pink of like the windy panel itself. So these are like KN whatever. I don't know like the model number of these, like KN 14s or whatever they are. And then these are the Keiku buttons themselves. So like these more like vivid colors here, and they have ball tops that match them. And the egret's rocking the same stuff here, so it's got like the same pink and everything over there. But then like the Blast right now, I think I can stretch you over here. The Blast is rocking the green Keiku buttons there and ball top, and then you might be able to see it over there tucked in the corner of my crap. Those are the neon yellow ones. Those Keikus over there, the yellow ones, they glow like crazy in the black light. They're like neon, like glowy or whatever you want to call it in black light. And then the orange ones I have on a fight stick. I don't have them over here, but yeah, these are fantastic, man. These Keikus are great. They're just like really like vividly, brightly pink. It's super hard to explain, but the Sandwells are more like a lighter pink. These are like neon, like deep milk, like plasticky pink. It's awesome. But again, much more close to like the, you know, this pink of the windy panel. And even like the pink of the egret panel, they're very, very close. This is more of like a, I'm colorblind, but this feels more like purpley to me. Like I feel that this is closer to this than this is closer to this. I could be wrong. Phosphorescent? Maybe the yellow ones are, but I'm not 100% sure about these ones. I don't think they are. I just think that they're like more like vibrant, like darker pink or whatever. But the yellow ones light up like crazy. The green ones do a little bit, like the Blast City, but the yellow ones on the Capcom panel light up like crazy. They're like super bright. And then again, if you weren't here earlier, we got the Sandwell. I love this thing so much. The Sandwell Moss Ball joystick. It's a legitimate ball top Sandwell release. I'm so happy to have snagged one of these gross things. I love it. So cool. Probably gonna put this on my monster stick for a little bit. It's such a silly thing. They made a black one too, but they didn't have any in stock. I wanted to get it. Yeah, it's just such a cool thing that they made. Like it makes no sense that they would make that, but they did. It makes me so. It looks like a tribble from like Star Trek. Like it looks like someone took a ball and like put it like at the bottom of a waterfall for like a month, and it's like furry, but it's great. I love it. A soot sprite? I'm not sure what that is, Dave. Welcome in, dude. But yeah, it looks like a little Star Trek monster, like a goblin or something. It looks like when all the tremors like stacked on top of each other. But yeah, it feels super. It just feels like a furry tennis ball. It's a little weird. But yeah, so yeah, the next stream, I don't think I'm gonna have time to get my harnesses in to do the rotary stuff. My stick is due, or I'm sorry, my board is due, and then we'll be able to take these LS30s. But you can see I fully rebuilt this one. I put like a new spring on it, so got to do some work on them. Get them popping. Shagrug? No. It would be funny to make like an AstroTurf stick or whatever to have like with this guy. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, so we got the Midnight Resistance board coming in. Or not Midnight Resistance. Frick, I forgot the name of it. We were talking about it earlier. But use these. They have their own separate little harness here, so I gotta go through and make sure everything's working. So. Yeah, the Toe Jam and Roll music is great. It's on Rainwave. It's popping. It's going great. All right, well, guys, that is gonna wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate you dudes hanging out. We got a new layout in the room. It's all finally like dialed in and set up properly, and it's easy to kind of put things away and all that. So I'm really happy about that. But as we get more of these little parts in, we're gonna get our spinner games going. We're going to get our rotary stick games going. We'll have a lot more stuff to play next year. Thank you guys again for an awesome 2021. You know, my plan was to hopefully hit 1,000 by the end of the year, and we did that. Hey, Octum, thank you very much for that follow. We were trying to get to 1,000, and we did it. We got there like 2 weeks early, which is awesome. So, you know, next year, again, my goal is to change the format of the stream a little bit, not a lot. You know, no one likes to relax and come into a documentary about stuff, but I figure what we'll do is I want to focus more on like 3 or 4 games every stream. So we'll spend about an hour on each game. Still going to be Monday nights from 9 to 12. Just focusing a little bit more on like the background of each game, talk about the developers and that kind of little bit. So I find that stuff interesting. Hopefully you guys do too. But yeah, a lot of new stuff coming next year. We've got a bunch of cool adapters. We can play like some non-JAMA stuff. I've got a bunch of early Nichibutsu games. Just weird cocktail games that we can play, and just make it a fun thing to do next year. Just kind of change it up a little bit, make it a little different than what's out there, and just do something fun, do something cool. But thank you very much, Griffio. GG's DJ Psycho. Are you streaming tomorrow, buddy? I think you're streaming tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock? 8 o'clock my time. I think 7 o'clock your time, right? I think you're doing 7 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure. 7 Central. There you go. So 8 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Central. DJ Psycho will be streaming from his home arcade tomorrow. So give him a follow if you're into this kind of stuff. You'll like what he does. Sticky Shmups, nice. Hopefully we'll see some Space Bomber, some Space Bombadoo on there. Also, Galaxian will be streaming later at night. He's West Coast, so he streams at like 1 a.m. my time, or maybe even like 1:30. He'll be doing all that stuff. Oh, nice. Kelly will be there too. Cool. I should be. My buddy's coming in town tomorrow. I'm not sure what time he's coming up, but I should be able to be in there for a little bit and at least lurk and give you that viewer count and all that. But I appreciate you dudes hanging out. Again, hopefully you guys had an awesome Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. And hopefully you guys have an awesome New Year's coming up. Again, next week is my birthday stream, so hopefully you guys can come out and at least say hello for a few minutes. That'd be cool. Let's see, who is online that we can host? Let's see. I have to mute this right quick so you might hear an echo. Let's see who we got. No one is really on right now. We got Lord BBH. Let's send you guys to Lord BBH. Let's do that. Let's do that. Send you guys over to that guy. All right, you guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Have a good New Year. See you guys tomorrow night on DJ Psycho stream. Take care of each other. Don't drink and drive. All that fun junk. But you guys have a good one. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.